Before I get this video started, I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me or nothing. This is my life, my childhood, what I went through and what I'm still going through as of today. My name is Zykia Pollen, but I was adopted, so my name got changed to Kristen. I didn't know my birth parents. I didn't know I had sisters or brothers or nothing. My mom, birth mom, she gave me up for adoption because of something that she did. I'm trying not to cry. But my mom, she had 3 kids. I was her 4th one. She planned a vacation and she let me ride with a family member while she rode with my siblings. I stayed with the family member and her boyfriend for a while. She made a deal so that her cousin's boyfriend could stay in the U.S. So the deal was, when she was pregnant with me, she would go in the hospital and go under her cousin's name to have me so that her cousin boyfriend could think that I was his daughter. A few months went past and he found out I wasn't his. Instead of leaving like a man should do, he took his anger out on me and beat me when he got a chance, to the point that I was in the hospital. He damaged my eye, my left eye. I had a tumor, had a broken leg, damaged, like my eye was damaged, like it was out my sockets. I had shaken baby syndrome. They rushed me to Chapel Hill Hospital because I was pronounced dead. I had stopped breathing, like I was lifeless. After that incident, they put me in the system to get adopted. Court came, she never showed up. She didn't fight for me. She didn't want me. 3 years old, I got adopted. At that time, couldn't do nothing. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. Like what most 3 years old could do, I wasn't able to do. I had speech therapy. I had a therapist come into the house trying to get me to walk, trying to get me to talk. I didn't like being touched. I didn't like being by myself. Being adopted, it was okay until I found out I was adopted. Because I always thought my adopted mom was my birth mom. Until one day I found the papers. I was 7 or 8 years old, finding out I was adopted. When I found that out, my whole life changed. Like, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know nothing. I was upset. I was mad. I started blaming myself, like, what did I do to deserve this? Was it my fault that I'm in the system? Reading the papers, my injuries, I didn't know what to feel like. I was by myself. I couldn't talk to nobody about it. As I got older, I started realizing I had delays and disabilities in school. I had to go to a special class because I learned different from everybody else. And going to them classes made me feel like I wasn't smart. Like, what was wrong with me? I used to always ask myself, what was wrong with me? Why can't I learn like other people? Why I gotta be separated from my classmates? I didn't like going to them classes because I used to get picked on all the time about it. But they didn't know that I learned different from them. I used to get called names: dumb, stupid, retard, every name you could think of. And after a while, I started thinking I was that because that's what I was told. Me and my adopted mom, we had a relationship. It wasn't the best relationship, but we had a so good relationship. We had our days when she used to get mad. She used to call me out my name. She used to tell me if they wanted you, they would have came and got you. I wish I never got you. Why they had to get a dumb child. Like, she would just say stuff that she knew that was going to hurt my feelings. Like, and it used to make me think, like, they did want me. Why didn't they fight for me? We didn't really get on the same page about certain things. And she used to talk about my birth parents. And I used to stick up for them. Like, don't talk about them because you don't know the truth and stuff like that. But as I got older, I started realizing, like, you supposed to be my parents. You supposed to be my mom. You supposed to be my dad. Like, you supposed to protect me. But you didn't. Like, you let something really happen to me. And everything. Like, I want nothing. As I got older, I went through different changes. Started acting out, hanging out with the wrong group of friends. Started doing things that I know I shouldn't have done, but I was just trying to get attention. Get somebody to actually pay attention to me and to have that feeling of love. But I was loving in the wrong places. Like, I didn't know what it was. I couldn't talk to my mom about everything because she would just be mainly worried about work. Or she'd be like, get out my face. I don't want to hear it or I don't care. So I just kept everything to myself, which you shouldn't do, but I did. Some stuff that I'm about to talk about, she don't even know because I never told her. The first incident, middle school, 8th grade. This is the first time a dude ever put his hands on me. We was switching classes. Me and my friend, we was playing in the hallway, goofing off like middle schoolers do. And we was hitting each other. And then we were just like hitting each other. And I guess he hit me and I hit him back. So I guess I hit him a little bit harder than he hit me. And he got me in a corner and he started punching me in the face. Non-stop, like nothing. And he said, you play too much. And he just kept punching me and punching me. Like, I thought my face was, I had a black eye, anything. Teeth knocked out. And everybody just stood there. and watch it happen. Like, they didn't pull him off of me or nothing. Finally got off of me. I had a busted lip. And blood was everywhere. It was dripping. It was not stopping. I went in the bathroom and the teachers asked me what happened. I was trying to explain it to them, but I was crying so much that I couldn't. We went to the office and he sat there and he saw I had a busted lip, and his words were, "I'm sorry." I went home and like nothing happened. She never knew that happened to me. Next, I was in the choir, youth choir at church, and it was the second Sunday. We was in a prayer circle before we went to sing, and one of the members, which he was a grown man, he was holding my hand like we was a couple, if you know what I mean. And he was just looking me up and down, smiling at me the whole time. After church, my mom, Dr. Mom, we went to the store because she needed something. He was in there. I went in the frozen section and I was trying to get the stuff that she needed. And he was there. He stopped and we started talking, and he hugged me. And he started feeling on me, my butt, my breast, and gripping me really hard. It was like I froze, like my whole body. I couldn't move. He started kissing me on my lips like I couldn't move, and then he just let go, and I just paid for the stuff and walked out. Never told her that. Kept it to myself, because I knew if I told her, she wasn't gonna believe me. High school, that's when things started getting bad, worse. Freshman year, I started getting bullied by a 12th grader. She didn't know me, I didn't know her. She started bullying me because her guy friend had a crush on me, and she didn't like it. Her and her friends would get me in the bathroom by myself and started talking junk to me. When I used to be in line behind her, she'd be like, "Ooh, why should I hit you? Why should I slap you?" I was scared to go to school. I didn't want to go to school. I used to get on the bus in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, and just cry because I did not want to go, because I didn't want to face her. In December, I started watching videos about kids committing suicide. And at that moment, I wrote my suicide letter with tears coming down my face. The next day, I went to school, went to the bathroom, and I started cutting myself because I didn't want to be here no more. I didn't have nobody to talk to. I didn't have my Dr. Mom to talk to. I didn't have nobody, because nobody didn't understand how I was feeling about the whole situation. So I was just like by myself. This school sent me home for that whole month and told me to go to counseling because I needed help. They didn't suspend the girl that was bullying me or nothing. They sent me home. I went to counseling. I told them. They said I was depressed. They put me on medication. The medication did not work. I just dealt with this whole situation by myself. Sophomore year of high school, that's when I started acting out. Hanging out with the wrong group, doing stuff that I know I wouldn't be doing, but I did it anyway. I started dating the wrong dude, 16, and just went downhill from there. I used to skip school all the time just to be with him, to make sure he won't cheating on me. Like, now I know I should have done it, but at the time it was like, if I don't be with him, I know he gonna be with somebody else. But that didn't stop him because he was still cheating on me. He put his hands on me one time in the hallway. He was mad at me about something, and he was walking me to class, and he just pushed me into the wall, like a brick wall. And my friends saw it, and they were like, "You sure?" I cried because I know it hurt. And to be honest, it did hurt, but I didn't cry. I just walked away and went to class like nothing happened. That summer, me and my mom, we weren't getting along. Like, we was fussing all the time, arguing, bumping heads. Like, it got to the point where I packed my bags and tried to run away. She called the police. They took me back to the house. That's when she told the police, "I don't want her here. You can take her. I don't want her at my house." I was hurt. They called my god aunt to come get me. I stayed with her for a few days. Then I went back. She was like, "Get off the bus and go home." Went to the house, knocked on the door. My daughter mom opened the door and said, "What are you doing here? I don't want you here. I don't know where you're going to go, but I don't want you here." And shut the door. I walked down the street crying, tears down my eyes, going to my neighbors to call my god aunt and told her what she said. After that, I went back to my god aunt's house. I stayed with her mom for a few days. And then I stayed with her friend for a few days. After that, I had a placement at my god aunt's best friend's house. Stayed there for 3 months, registering school and everything. We went to register for my classes. My adopted mom was there. She told the administration that I wasn't going to do my work. I wasn't going to do nothing. But I was determined to show her that I was going to do my work and I was going to graduate on time with my class. After that, they went to court. And that's when they put me back into foster care. I was 17 years old. The judge told her that we're going to put your child back in foster care. And she started laughing. She thought it was funny. Like anything could happen in foster care. But she didn't care. I packed my bags and I left. After I got to the home, I didn't know nobody. I didn't have friends or nothing. So I cried. I didn't hear from my adopted mom for almost a year. She didn't want to call to check up on me, or she didn't want to talk to the social worker to check up on me or nothing. I used to feel hurt that the other kids' parents would call, but I never got a call from her. After a few months, my social worker came to the house and she said my adopted mom signed over her rights, that she don't want me no more. When I heard that, that broke my heart. Like, I didn't know what to feel like. Felt like I was by myself again. After high school, I started college. I was doing good. A, B student, 4.0 GPA. proving her wrong and everybody else that said I wasn't going to do nothing with my life. In December of 2018, I was in a domestic violence relationship that she don't know about. Only certain people know about. The dude that I thought that loved me, that I wanted to like build with him and everything, he did something to me that I never thought he would do, and that was put his hands on me. He asked to pick me up from work, and I said yes. And I wish I never said yes. He was late, so I was ready to go. I had called somebody else to come get me, but he pulled up. So I got in, and I called my friend and told them, you don't have to worry, he's here. I should have got the car then. After I hung up, that's when he punched me in the face. Not like play fighting, but actually punched me in the face and say, why do you always gotta make me mad? I took off my seatbelt, put it behind me, and I just started crying. And his exact words were, why you crying for? I didn't hit you that hard. But if you think about it, you a dude from the military. I am a girl. Like, your hits hurt hard. Like, when you hit me, it's gonna hurt. I didn't have no busted eye or nothing like that. After that, he choked me. We got to the house. My foster sister came running out. She could tell something was wrong. That's when he started beating me again in front of her. And she was telling him to stop. That's why when I went in the house, went in my room, and I told her what happened. I showed her the scratch on my knee, and I told her what happened. Next day, I called my best friend, and I told her what happened. And she was like, you need to tell somebody. And I was like, I can't tell nobody, because it's going to be my word against his. Like, who's going to believe me if everybody in the town knows him? After that, I texted him, and I asked him, are you going to apologize for putting your hands on me? And something I didn't think he was going to say was, no. I should have beat the shit out you instead. I didn't know what to do. I was scared. I was paranoid. I didn't want to be by myself. I didn't want to go nowhere. Everywhere I went, I think he was going to show up. He told me if I told anybody, he would get me. So I didn't really tell nobody. I didn't tell the police. I didn't file a police report, a restraining order, or nothing. I just handled it myself. I had my pepper spray with me at all times. I told people at my job, I want myself. Like, I was scared. I was crying all the time. I didn't know if he was going to come up to the school to beat me, come to my job and beat me. I didn't know what he was going to do. Like, and then I just cut him off completely because I didn't want to feel that being scared of him. I didn't want him to know I was scared of him. After a year, after that incident, I was doing fine. I was still scared, but I was making through it. April, I would say, was a good month because I found my biological parents after 20 years. I ain't know what to feel. I was happy, excited, but scared all at the same time. I contacted my mom first. We started talking a few days. And then I talked to my dad. Me and him are closer than close. As I was gonna say, like, I love him to death. Me and my mom, we don't even talk because she don't like my father. She don't want to admit what she did to me. She don't want to tell me the truth. She said it's a lie. We don't get along. I don't have nothing to do with her. She don't have nothing to do with me. Me and my father, on the other hand, we good. He came down to visit me in May. I came up for Father's Day. In July, I moved up to be with him for good. And it's been 4 months now. Going on 4 months since I've been with him. I still have my days when I'm upset and depressed, but he helps me get through it a lot. I just got to know that I'm safe now and I don't have to worry about nothing. And he's teaching me that he missed out on a lot, and that bothers him and it bothers me because I never had a father figure in my life. I don't know what it's like to have a father and a mother. Like, I just only had a one parent, so it was like, not really nothing. Like, I didn't feel the daddy's love, stuff like that I'm feeling with him. And yeah, my stepmom, she loves me like I'm her actual daughter. Like, I don't call her stepmom, I call her mom. And she calls me daughter. Like, she took me in like I was her own, and I really do appreciate that. Like, she teaches me stuff too, like my dad. But yeah, my life been crazy, but I'm pulling through. I'm making it. That's it.